So I want to give my opinion, my take on this game here, okay? Because I've been watching a couple channels and some people are saying that this game was scripted. This 5 for 5 by Carson Palmer was scripted, okay? Um, Personally, I don't think this game was scripted, especially because it's a regular season game. I mean, it's not out of the question, but the chance of a regular season game being scripted, I mean, out of all these games going on, okay, I could see toward the end of the year when playoff time comes because these owners want their teams to be in the playoffs. Okay, that's more realistic. Toward the end of the year when they get to the playoffs, teams need to win for certain reasons. Yeah, maybe, but even that, not 100% sure. Okay, that seems very realistic to me, though, that could happen. That is why so many people get upset year after year. They get too emotional with their team because they needed to. It reminds me of that baseball. Uh, this is a totally different topic, but when the Mets lost consecutive games to not make the playoffs that year, people just get too emotional with their teams, and I could see that happening. Like owners, need these teams to be in the playoffs, especially these because you always see these great teams in the playoffs, year after year. But that's a reason why they're great. That's so you can't really say it's not 100%, but I'm just going off topic here, but this game, I just don't think was a scripted game because, Palmer, a lot of people mentioned that Palmer went 5 for 5. Okay. I'm seeing a couple channels out there, 5 for 5. I saw this game and that this opening drive was scripted. Okay. Now, let's not forget, Dallas came off a loss to Denver the previous week. Okay. Blowout loss. So they're coming in, their mindset is coming in kind of uncertain, okay? So as we know, Arizona has a great defense. So on offense, they were playing very conservative. And Jay Gruden or John Gruden mentioned in the game that they were throwing the ball the previous week against Denver, and Dak Prescott got intercepted twice, okay? So coming into this Arizona game on offense, they looked very conservative. They were trying to establish the run, and that was their game plan. Okay, and then toward the second quarter and toward the end of the game, that's when it started opening up. They started throwing the ball because they started getting more confidence. And on this drive, Carson Palmer takes them down the field. Well, their defense didn't know what to do to start the game. They were confused. They were late to their sets. So, that's very typical of the team that just got blown out the previous week. This team, Dallas, had to make a lot of in-game adjustments in this game. They're not going to come into this game feeling confident. I mean, yeah, their mindset's going to be confident because they're going to feel more motivated. But, there's still that doubt in their mind because they made a lot of mistakes the previous week. Okay, so you can expect that to continue in the following week. And then they're going to have to make some in-game adjustments because we know that Dallas is, well, on paper, they're a better team than Arizona right now. Okay, they're supposed to be a better team. The experts are saying they're a better team. So this drive here by Arizona is very typical, to start. Okay, this is not no scripting going on. He went 5 for 5, scored a touchdown. Okay, very typical. Dallas was just late to everything. They were just trying to adjust and figure things out. A team that's just got blown out the previous week. Okay, so I don't see any scripting going on there. It was just Arizona was just playing to Dallas's weakness. They were just getting open, and Dallas had to make a lot of in-game adjustments. Okay, so I just don't see no scripting here going on. So let's take a look at some of these highlights here. I mean, they're going to score an opening touchdown. They could have went up 14-0, but the ref threw a flag, and then that brought them back, and then they missed the field goal. Okay, so there was really no, there was an overreaction here by everybody, because nobody was betting Dallas. And I'm going to explain that in a minute with the betting line. Nobody was really betting Dallas. And if you actually look at the line, okay, opened up at 3.5, moved to 3. Now, if you look at the percentage, look at 60% of the cash, it says, is on the Cowboys. I'm going to tell you this percentage right here is not true, because if there was 60% of the cash on the Cowboys, this line wouldn't have moved down or even held like this. This line would have went to 4, 5, 6. Then there would have been some influence here on this team, the Cowboys, to lose, and Cardinals could have covered. Okay, there was no influence on this game because the refs didn't care. You know, there was no influence to even fix this game. So it's ridiculous for people to be saying, oh, there was, you know, they scripted this game for the Cardinals, because then in the end, Cowboys ended up winning. And as it looks here, that, okay, there might be 6 out of 10 tickets on the Cowboys, but that doesn't reflect money. But there's no way 60% of the cash on the Cowboys. This game had even action on it. So this is a fake percentage here with a 60%. That's why line movement is very important to follow and notice what is going on, because, you know, it'd be silly to not move this line up if there was so much liability on Dallas here. It'd be silly. You know, they'd get completely crushed at the sports books. So this opening drive was not scripted. Very typical of a team to get off to that type of start, especially to a team that just came off a blowout loss. You know, this team's going to start slow. They're going to make a lot of in-game adjustments. And in the end, Dallas just wanted the game more. You know, they made more plays, and they wanted this game more. And that is why they ended up covering. You know, this was actually a really good play on Dallas, giving points as the favorite, you know, because Dallas at -3, you know, a lot of people would think, okay, the public's on Dallas, but let's not forget, nobody was betting Dallas, okay, because this line wasn't moving. They were getting even action, and people were uncertain to take Dallas in this game, okay. Even though they were getting the ticket count, the money wasn't reflecting on the Cowboys. That's why they didn't care if the Cowboys covered. So I'll be back with another video. I hope this one was informative. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks for sharing my videos, and I'll see you then.